Here is another case of muscular dystrophy. In the earlier stages, the normal brownish, beefy, or meaty appearance of the skeletal muscle may look a little bit lighter or grayer than usual, in some areas more than others. And in a severe example or advanced form of the disease, it's basically all fibrous tissue. And if you wanted to find muscle fibers in there, you may have to look with a microscope and look very hard. So let's look very hard with the microscope. Here is a piece of tissue. At first hand, you might not believe that it's even muscle tissue. You could see fat in here. You could see connective tissue. And I think if we go up here, you'll agree that these are skeletal muscle fibers, but they are largely replaced by connective tissue, fibrous tissue, and even some fat. And that's why they look white like a scar rather than brown like a muscle. Could we still recognize striations in these fibers? Possibly, but often skeletal muscle cells do not show fibers. Sometimes it's just a technical artifact. Sometimes, if you look real hard on most stains, however, you'll find them. And you can see that there's a few over here, can't you? You can see the striations along here. You can see the fiber is thinner than normal, though. And you can see that there's a nucleus at the periphery. And even though these may not look like they're at the periphery, they probably are, and they're probably just cut tangentially along the surface of the log. Here is totally degenerated fiber. This fiber is not only non-striated, but it hardly looks like skeletal muscle anymore. And probably the rest of the tissue in here is either fibrous tissue or muscle fibers like this, which are extremely small, extremely hypertrophic, or atrophic, and may look like fibrous connective tissue. Once again, another case of muscular dystrophy. When the dystrophin is not present, a protein that is near the surface of the fiber, there is progressive deterioration and dropout of the fiber. Now, you may ask, could this be a severe neurogenic atrophy rather than a primary muscular dystrophy? Well, to tell you the truth, I bet if most pathologists would look at this, if you told somebody this was a severe neurogenic atrophy, they'd probably believe you. If you told them it was muscular dystrophy, he'd probably believe you. But basically, the clinical history here is important. And when you do a muscle biopsy on a person with muscular dystrophy, you generally know that that's probably what you're dealing with as compared to a neurogenic type of atrophy. Thank you very much.